of surgery. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but he was seeing, stupid. He saw a doctor a few weeks ago, and I guess he's going to have something removed or something. I don't know exactly what. And I guess he's been elected president of the local HOA. So I guess he won't get any complaints from the president on his antenna. I don't think they don't have any problem with it anyway, so it can't be very easy.
Well, I guess that's one way to take care of dealing with the HOA if you want to put up antennas, become the president. There you go. That sounds like Wade. All right there, Chuck. Thanks for filling me in. KD8SLG, I'll be clear with WB4AIZ.
Alrighty. I guess Terry's okay, so
select on this end.
Anyways, he's hoping to be back in action for the next club meeting. So, and I hear he's heading up north sometime. So, you got it. WB senators.
WB4AIZ, KD8SLG. Thanks, Chuck. Heard AA8CS in there. Good evening, Gary. How you doing?
Good evening, Just Nick, and hello to you, Chuck. It's been a long time. I'm glad to hear that you're on the air and that all is well with you. So that's a very good thing. And so, back from the beer night extravaganza. That's what it was. I had one beer. It's because I was coming home to my good buddy Eli. Anyway, all that being said, good to be here. Nick, good to hear you, buddy. I hope you had a fine week. I know you had a fine weekend. So I hope the following week was good. And we're coming up to another weekend, so I hope that pans well for you as well. Really nothing going on here. I'm just kind of sipping a sauce and working here a little bit in the shack trying to get ready for tomorrow. Do you realize how special tomorrow is? It's February 29th. That only happens once every 4 years. Oh yeah, we are going to have in front of us the February 29th, only once in every 4 years, edition of the Barometer Net tomorrow morning. What say you?
Well, to that I say, Gary, I've already got a word for tomorrow. Do you know what that word might be?
Thunderbird? What's the price? City twice? Not sure.
Tomorrow is the quadrennial edition of the Barometer Net. Look that one up, Gary.
Quadrennial? Oh man, I'll need my abacus to figure out how to spell that.
You don't need to spell it, you just need to say it. But yeah, I was thinking tomorrow is kind of a special day because of that, and there you go. I found a word that fits. Happens once every 4 years. That's a quadrennial.
It sounds sexist to me, but I like it.
these days, Gary, they tell me that math is sexist, and I guess anything words to do with math would be as well. I don't know. KD8SLG, over to A8CS.
All right. Well, I agree with that somewhat, but I'm not sure, so I will circle back and reevaluate my answer and then come forth with something different. Really? Oh man, what an incredible day today! I got to tell you, it was an interesting day today. Just a bunch of stuff going on. My mother-in-law never ceases to amaze me. Her birthday is this. Let's see. Wait a minute. I think it's Saturday. Her birthday is Saturday. She is going to be 95 years old. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm 3/4 of the way there, and I can't imagine being 95 years old. Wow. Anyway, it was a good day. We got some new windows in the back of the house put in yesterday, which was a fine business day to have windows installed since they had half the back of the house open. No flies, no mosquitoes, just a whole lot of 67-degree air floating through the house, cleaning out all the stale crap that's been around all winter. Oh, anyway, looks good. Love the windows, and really pleased that that happened. I don't know. Nothing else going on here, Nick. How about you?
Well, I did get out on the e-bike a few days this week, and that brought me joy because, well, pretty much last summer I couldn't ride at all. So now that the shoulder's back, I can do that, and so that made me happy. I also had the door open and let all that stale air out. Well, as much as I could, anyway. New windows, man. We'll have to check them out. We'll go throw some eggs on them or something. Soap them up so you can see them better.
Oh, man, I always knew that you were one to take a situation and make the best of it. So, yeah. Let's do all that. Oh, man. Anyway, let's see. What else? I was late for beer tonight. I had to... anyway, that's why I only had one. Only one. If I would have had two, I could have said only two. And you know who originated only two? Noah. When he was talking to the rabbits, Noah said, look, you guys, only two. Only two. Over to you. I think you got a pre-net coming up here real soon, don't you, Nick?
KD8SLG returning. Yeah, we are 4 minutes and 10 seconds out from the girl making the announcement. So you don't be sure you don't talk over her, Gary. Yeah, what was I going to say about two? I had someone ask me one time, he said his stomach was upset. I was like, how do you mean? He said, well, it's like when you have one beer. And I said, man, I don't know what that's like. I've never had one beer.
W8WKY.
Well, of course you haven't. Are you nuts? There's no such thing as one beer. Oh, my God. Wow. Whew. My heart. You might as well talk about traveling faster than the speed of light. Seriously. I have a peeve. I don't know if it's my pet peeve, but I do have a peeve. Are you interested?
Do tell, Gary. The world awaits your peeve.
So, last night on the Tuesday Night Net, K5CFY checked into the net, and Stefan went through this whole thing about how he loved to say K5CFY. If I'm not mistaken, that's my stick, isn't it? Over?
AHCS KD8SLG. Gary, it is your shtick, but everyone loves to say K5CFY. I don't always have to draw out the 5 like that, but it is a fun call sign to say. And Ray's in here listening right now, by the way, so he knows we're talking about him.
Yeah, I get that part. Yeah, no kidding. And I know Ray's special and all that as well. But what I'm saying is Stefan was saying how he loved to say the call and how, I mean, that's my shtick. I originated that shtick. Did I not, or am I hallucinating? Over.
Get it copyrighted then. Ha!
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
I think that was Tom, and I just want to say I hate you, Tom.
Thank you. That's the best thing anybody's ever told me. Oh, by the way, Gary, you weren't here this morning, but you know there's only 3 days out of the year that men are right, and that's February 29th, February 30th, and February 31st. There you go.
Roger. Thanks, Tom. I needed that. Oh, man. Okay, I'm not sure where we are in any kind of rotation. I think Phil was in there as well, WV3K. Oh, my God, the girl. Oh, my God. AHCS. I'm out of here.
WV3K, I got you on the list. Stick around. We're 20 seconds away from the announcement. Everyone, please stand by. And what stand by means is don't transmit. KD8SLG.
What?
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. Oh, what a bunch of witty repartee we have. QST. Calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. We light up the nighttime airwaves here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 o'clock Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa. Early check-ins and in and outs start at 9:30, and that's right now. This is a directed and controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator tonight is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. KD8SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. So here's the way it works. I'm taking in and outs and early check-ins for the Beacon Net that starts at the top of the hour when KD8 EPC will take over. We'll do a couple of rounds of check-ins, and then I'll work the list, see who's sticking around for the big show and who isn't. But before we get there, let's follow tradition and check in with tonight's Beacon Net crew, as I like to call it, the Mickey Mouse Roll Call. KD8 EPC, tonight's net controller for the big show. Are you out there, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8 EPC. Well, Nick, some would say I'm out there. Some would say I'm over there. You never know. Anyway, we're here at the moment. We're here for a good time, not for a long time. Hi. You can just proxy us in and out for the net. But, yeah, there you go. With that, this is KD8 EPC, back to pre-net control.
Dude, after Josh and Lucy last week, we should just give them Wednesday nights. That's what I'm thinking. KD8EPC, KD8SLG, you're sounding good there, Dustin. Let's check in with tonight's trivia master, KE8QKO, Nick at Night. You out there, Nick?
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. Hey, if Josh and Lucy take Wednesdays, does that mean that you and Dustin are going to take Sundays? I'm curious. Anyway, yeah, I'm out here, sir. Looks like I have some trivia or something, so I'll have to figure that out. Looks like I should be all right. Why the chicken cross the road sort of thing. We'll figure it. I got some stuff. I don't know. That's where I'm at. So, yeah. With that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. KE8QKO.
KE8QKO, KD8SLG. We'll have to negotiate something there, Nick. And you got 27 minutes to get a trivia question together. So no worries, plenty of time. And your signal sounds absolutely perfect tonight, Nick. Going to clear with KE8QKO. Let's see what's up with Mike. KE8QWE. Mike has no responsibilities whatsoever tonight. Mike, are you going to stay up with us tonight, or you just here to get your ticket punched?
Kilo Echo, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Nah, I'm just going to get my ticket punched. I'm tired. I couldn't sleep worth a darn before that storm that rolled through. I didn't get my nap. I didn't get anything. So, being that I don't have any responsibilities, I'm going to wish everybody well, and I'm going to go to bed. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 SLG. See you, folks.
KE8QWE, KD8 SLG. You have a great night there, Mike. Sleep well. Yeah, I lost some sleep this morning, too. That was pretty rambunctious. Going to clear with KE8QWE. Have a good night, Mike. Let me try to say this one. W8HRF, Josh, the artist formerly known as KE8VKA. Good evening, Josh. How you doing? You got old trivia tonight. Let's hear how your radio sounds.
KD8 SLG W8HRF. Man, it's difficult to get. I keep on spitting out KE8VKA. I tried to make a POTA contact earlier this evening, and I tried to make the contact under KE8VKA. He came back to me, and I ignored him because I couldn't respond. Oh, no. Anyways, no, he called out again. I came back with my new call. Anyways, hopefully we're sounding good. We got all trivia ready to go, and 015's linked up, and we are ready to rock and roll tonight. So looking forward to it. W8HRF back to KD8 SLG.
W8HRF, KD8 SLG. Fine business, Josh. Let's talk to Lucy, KD8YUK. Good evening, Lucy. How you doing? No responsibilities whatsoever, but say hi to the group, please.
Hi, group. This is KE8YUK, spouse of W8HRF, which is so weird, but it's okay. And I'm proud of him for switching because I think the story is worth it, and it's a pretty cool call sign to boot, so it's a win-win. I'll pass it back to you guys, but I'll be sticking around. KE8YUK, back to KD8 SLG.
W8WKY.
And a word from our sponsor, KE8YUK, KD8 SLG. All right, I'm going to tell a story since we got a minute. I actually practiced saying that call sign this evening, and for some reason it activated the one who shall remain nameless, and she started playing a radio station with a very like that call sign. It was kind of amusing and kind of creepy. Going to clear with KE8YUK. Let's see if Eric's out there yet. I haven't seen him. KE8VZA. He's been doing a lot of business for us here on the BeaconNet. Eric, are you out there? That sounds like a negative. He'll probably show up a little later on. I think he may have had another net to work tonight. So let me tell you who I got on the list so far. Then we'll take a couple rounds of check-ins, and then we'll see who's sticking around and who isn't. Here's who I gathered from who I harvested here during this little pre-show thing. KC3 MWK Bruce, AB8MO Andy, K5CFY Ray, WB4AIZ Chuck, W3ETB Eddie, Alpha Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra Gary, WB8CXO, Mike, KD2HC, Chris, K8M&T, Tom, WV3K, Phil, KC0LRM, Kelly, WA8KOC, Fred, and W2JLS, John. You guys are all on the list. Let me do 2 rounds of quick check-ins here. Then we'll see who's sticking around. This is KD8SLG taking pre-checks for the BeaconNet. I'm listening.
Not sure. Golf Kilo Victor. Kilowatt 8 American Motors Experimental.
Kilo Alpha 0, Kilo Delta Whiskey.
KB8 PXM.
Let me grab it there real quick. WB8GKV, Ed, you were all broken up. If I didn't know you, I wanted to know who you were. Better check the link there, buddy. K8AMX, Dick, I got you in here. KA0KDW, Brad, our Missouri connection. And KB8PXM, Charlie the WatchNet Master. Charlie, I'm going to grab you real quick. Are you staying up for a while with us tonight, or are you just checking in and out with me?
Oh, I'm going to go play on the other rig a little bit, but I'm just looking for a ticket puncher. But heard Tom there earlier, and the days, that reminded me of the old Red Green show they used to have on. Gosh, I loved that show, and you know, I always found different uses for duct tape. But say hello to everybody, and gosh, it's watch the temperature, you know, fall today. I just went out for lunch, and when I got out of there, you know, I was cold. Good to hear everybody. Yeah, we'll just be in and out. KB8 PXM.
KB8 PXM, KD8SLG. I'm going to join you guys for Fish at Tim's Tavern some Tuesday. Consider your ticket punched there, Charlie. We'll talk to you Tuesday night, if not sooner. Going to clear with KB8 PXM. I added KI5 RFI, Mac, our Arkansas connection. Let's do one more round of check-ins. KD8SLG, I'm listening.
KC3QMB, Genie.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo KE8 TQR.
All right, I don't know what that last key up was, but it wasn't anything. So we picked up Jeannie, KC3QND, and Keith sneaking in there, KE8TQR, not on the blue screen yet. What are you doing there, Keith? All right, let's see who's sticking around tonight. We're going to start with Bruce in North Carolina. KC3MWK, good evening, Bruce. How you doing? Are you sticking around for the big show to play trivia tonight?
KD8SLG, KC3MWK. Yeah, I'm sticking around for the big show tonight. Back over to you, Net Control.
All right, Bruce. Good to have you here representing North Carolina tonight. Going to clear with KC3MWK. Let's talk to Andy. Snow and maple syrup land up there. AB8MO, Andy. How you doing? You sticking around for the big show tonight?
This is AB8MO. And yeah, I guess so. I'll stick around there in maple syrup land. That's definitely up here. And I wanted to tell Chuck, WB4AIZ, who may or may not be listening, I worked a WB8AIZ on FT8 this afternoon. So there. Just like the other It's the pseudo, not really real ham mode, just like Allstar Echolink isn't a real ham mode either, but I use it anyway. Oh well. Back to you there, Nick. This is AB8MO. Going to take a shower. I better get that bleach out.
AB8MO, KD8SLG. I really don't know where to go with any of that, Andy. So I'm not. Going to clear with AB8MO. Let's go out to Tulsa. Talk to Ray. The conversation right before the net started tonight. K5CFY. How are you, Ray? And you sticking around to play trivia?
KD8SLG, this is K5CFY. Good evening, everyone. I'm definitely going to hang around and see what is going on the net and mostly on the blue screen. Back to you there, Mr. Nick. You're doing a wonderful job on the pre-net. K5CFY.
K5CFY, KD8SLG. We had a blast on the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon, Ray. Fine business, man. Fine business. Glad to have you sticking around. Going to clear with K5CFY. WB4AIZ was in and out, and Andy, he is no longer linked, so I think he missed that. Next up, we got Eddie in Annapolis, Maryland. W3ETV. Eddie, how you feeling? And are you sticking around tonight?
Oh, there is a space bar here somewhere, and okay, yeah, I found it. All right, yeah, I'll be here, Nick. So, that's what happens when you use Echolink. You got to find the space bar. So I'll be here.
All right, Eddie, as long as you can find it to disconnect, we're good. Going to clear with W3ETV. Let's talk to Gary again, AA8CS. Gary, how you doing? And are you going to stick around for the whole net tonight?
Good evening, Sarah and friends. All friends. I wanted to talk to Ray, but that's okay. We'll talk to him tomorrow morning, hopefully. And Ray, I'm ticked. I'm ticked at Stefan. He overstepped his bounds when he said that he was the one who did K5CFY, and that's my shtick, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, that's enough of that. Ray, good to hear you tonight. I am pleased to be here. I want to make sure everyone is aware that tomorrow morning on the Barometer Net, we will be celebrating the leap year edition of the Barometer Net. Yeah, it only happens once every 4 years, and that makes it special. So I want everybody to be there. Have your bells and your whistles on, and anything that will conduct electricity, and we're going to get a real charge out of tomorrow morning's Barometer Net. I do wish everyone would stop in. It's going to be extraordinary. Anyway, other than that, I'm doing pretty well, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm a little peeved at Stefan for running FL Digi drills on the repeater earlier tonight. My ears still feel abused. I do want to throw in here, since we're being chatty tonight. I went to school with a kid whose birthday was February 29th, so I guess he would be, 14 or 15 now.
I've often wondered about that. I mean, seriously. I mean, you certainly couldn't have a birthday every year. I mean, you can count the days, I guess, and approximate and do that kind of thing. But, I mean, seriously. It's like if you're born on February 29th, how do you have a birthday on February 29th when It doesn't exist. It's not on the calendar. Just doesn't make any sense to me. Over.
All right there, Gary. We'll further this discussion tomorrow, but think on that one. And Gary's going to be net control for the barometer net at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. tomorrow. So everybody be sure to tune in for the quadrennial edition of the barometer net. WB8CXO, Mike, are you out there? All right, Mike, I got you checked in and out for tonight, and thanks again for posting us on YouTube. And everybody out there, if you want to hear what you sound like checking into the net, check out the YouTube feed, WB8CXO. Look for it on YouTube. Going to clear with Mike. Let's go to Chris. He's got an announcement. KD2HCE, go for it, Chris.
I waited that time. KD2HCE, good evening, everybody and friends. I saw the HRF thing, and I thought of what happened with Fluffy Cat last night. She became HR Fluffin' Stuff last night. So those of you old enough to remember the TV show back in the late 60s, laugh and start singing the song. Yeah. Okay, get that out of your head. Quick announcement, those of you who have 160 meters, we have a 160-meter net this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Look for it on NetLogger. It'll be called the UST Net 160-meter net. And KD8VT from Atwater will be its host. So come stop by and say hi. With that, KD2HCE, back to net. All information will be on my QRZ if you need it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
KD2HCE, KD2SLG. Thanks, Chris. That's above my antenna pay grade, but have fun with that. Going to clear with KD2HCE. Let's go to Tom, K8MNT. Tom, are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
KD8SLG, K8MNT. Yeah, I got permission from the boss, so I can stick around. She says, since I was a good boy all day, I'm allowed to stay up longer. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to the extremely capable hands of KD8SLG.
K8MNT, KD2SLG. Oh, well, Linda's got to give you a pass every once in a while, right? Hope she's doing well. Going to clear with K8MNT. Got you sticking around. Let's see if Phil's sticking around. WV3K, KD2SLG. How are you, Phil? And are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Hello, Nick. It's good to excuse me to be here. And as far as sticking around, I just want to make mention. Unfortunately, I have to go see my dermatologist tomorrow to get some work done on me. Things that have been more symptomatic. So, but it's at least I have someone to do the work, and she's really a good doc. And the VA is on board with this. So anyway, I got to be there at 9 o'clock, and I have to get myself ready and get some rest so that I can get down there at 9 o'clock, be there before 9 o'clock actually, to get registered for her to take me in and work on me. So anyway, I'm going to stay as long as I can. And if I tire out or see that it's late and I don't answer back, if you get on my call, you'll know that I got myself prepared to get some rest and be ready for morning, because I'm gonna have to get up around 6. Anyway, have a wonderful net, Nick. It's been great hearing you, and glad to hear all of our friends coming back. Spurting like little spring flowers coming back, because sometimes it's hard even for me to be able to be on station here. So anyway, I thank you. You're very good in handling the net, and I enjoy listening to you and Gary have your moments of chatting. It's interesting and a lot of fun. So anyway, be good to yourselves, all of you, and may the Lord be blessing upon you. But I'm going to stick around if I'm on when you call me. I'll if I'm on here, I'll go ahead and answer back and see if I can last for the trivia. KD8SLG for Prenet. This is WV3K. Back to you, Nick.
WV3K, KD8SLG. If Dustin's listening, he'll probably give you a call early. I put an M by your name, see if we can make that happen. I'd like to take this moment to remind everybody, save your best material for the net. We still got a few people to get through and about 7 minutes to do it in. Phil, good luck tomorrow. Going to clear at WV3K. Let's go out to Tulsa again, talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing tonight? Are you sticking around for the big show?
SOG, hey, thanks, I'm doing good here. Let me turn the radio down there. Yes, and I will be sticking around for the big show. I'll let you get on down the list. Talk to you later, or I'll talk to the squats later. Back to you.
Oh, man, Kelly's a regular. He just called Dustin the Squatch. There you go. Kelly, good to have you on board. Going to clear with KC0LRM for now. Let's talk to Fred. He's where I started the day. WA8KOC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Fred. How you doing? You going to stay up with us tonight? Uh-oh. Fred was in there on Echolink, and he seems to have disappeared. I was hoping he walked to his radio. Let's try him one more time. WA8KOC. Fred, you out there? Nothing heard. Let's go to my brother from another mother, W2JLS up in Fairlawn. John, how you doing tonight? You going to be able to stick around with us for the big show?
KD8SLG, this is your brother from another mother, W2JLS. Just arrived home, so yes, I'll stick around. I'll make my way to the radio room here, get off this Echolink. And I'll just make one quick announcement, and this is not as bad as it sounds. This is maybe a celebration of his life. My grandfather of 96 years old, mom's father, just passed away a couple of hours ago. So, awesome life, great man, and I'm proud to be his grandson. But anyway, like I said, I'm not using that to bring the net down because that guy had the best damn life. So, anyway, Nick, stick me on the list, buddy. I'll be in there.
W2JLS, KD8SLG. My condolences there, John. But, man, 96 is one hell of a run. You got that right. I got you sticking around tonight. Going to clear a W2JLS. Let's go out to Ed in Wadsworth and see if he got his radio issues resolved there. WB8GKB. Let's see if we can hear you this time, Ed.
W8WKY.
Well, we're on the link. I was on the rubber duck that time because I have to wait for the thing to drop to get on. So maybe the link is working okay. But yeah, I was on Ducky. WB8GKB is here. And yes, we should be sticking around for the trivia tonight. And give me a report, make sure the link is working.
WB8GKB, excuse me. Full copy on that time there, Ed. The link is working just fine. And I got you sticking around for the big show. Good to have you on board tonight, Ed. Going to clear at WB8GKB. Let's go talk to Dick, K8AMX, joining us late night here. Dick, are you going to stick around and play trivia, or are you just here to get your ticket punched?
Well, you asked me a question I do not know, don't have an answer. Number one, we're coming up on 10 o'clock, and Gutfeld is ready to come on. And I either watch him now or catch him on the rerun at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so it sort of depends. If I'm available, I'm going to stick around. So with that, back to net. And I don't want to be windy like some other people, that HC8 guy. But anyway, back to net. This is Kilowatt 8 American Motors Experimental, living a dream in beautiful downtown Firestone Park.
All right there, Dick. Well, Dustin will give you a holler. Maybe we'll catch you during a commercial. But now I know why you're up at 4 in the morning on the radio sometimes. You're catching the red-eye version of Gutfeld. Gonna clear with K8AMX. Let's go down to Missouri, talk to Brad. K80KDW. How you doing tonight, Brad? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Good evening, Nick. Everyone else, I am doing all right. And I will be sticking around. And that's about it from here. Did some photo over the weekend. But I'll fill in the rest of the details during the big show. K0KDW.
K0KDW. All right, Brad, I got you sticking around, and you got one heck of a buzz coming in there with you through your node. So may want to move that a few inches or something. Going to clear with K0KDW, KB8PXM. Charlie was in and out. Let's talk to Mac in Arkansas. KI5RFI. Mac, how you doing? And are you sticking around?
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, Mac from the great state of Arkansas. Just wanted to be sure that Arkansas got represented on the net tonight, but unfortunately I will not be able to stick around. I'm going to have to hit the rack. Got some stuff to do early in the morning. So with that, I'll say good evening, 73s, and hello, Dustin, and all the other net control guys, and I'll catch you next time. This is Mac in Arkansas, KI5RFI, and I'll be clear.
KI5RFI, KD8SLG. Mac, thanks for representing Arkansas tonight. You get some sleep? It's good to talk to you. Going to clear with KI5RFI. Let's go talk to Jeannie, KC3QND. Jeannie, good evening. How are you? And are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Yeah, I think I will. This is KC3QND. Hello, Nick. Everybody on the net tonight. I'll stick around. Hopefully, I'll still be awake. So with that, back to you.
KC3QND, KDSLG. Jeannie, good to have you on board. I got you sticking around. Let's check in with Keith. K8TQR. Keith, are you going to stay up with us tonight, or are you just in here to say hi?
KD8SLG, K8TQR, the 1 minute man lurking here in the background. Yeah, I'll be sticking around. I got the yawnies, but I'm going to do my best to stay up and play a little trivia. So I'll be here, Nick. Back to pre-net control, KE8TQR.
All right, Keith, we're still playing out that joke, huh? All right, Keith, I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with K8TQR. This is KD8SLG. KC8FQV, I've got you on a list, but I'm not going to let you talk right now because that's your punishment for talking over Dustin's preamble on the boredom breaker net this afternoon. So there. KC8FQV, I got you on a list. I'm over my time. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves here on the Beacon Net. Thanks, everybody who checked in on the early show. This is KD8SLG, KD8EPC. Take it away, Dustin.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters throughout the country, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, now hearing any emergency or priority traffic, stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that want to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call phonetically followed by alphabetically along with your name and location.
KK7QOY. My name is Dean. I'm in Baus, Arizona. Kilo 7, Quebec Oscar Yankee.
KE5NCB, Kilo Echo 5 November, Charlie Papa, Tom, Oklahoma.
All right, let me hold it up right there and tell you who I picked up there. I have KK7QOY, looks like Dean, and then we have K8OWX Thomas, and then we have KE5NCP. There was another one there that came in right at the end. You were real quiet. Would you come back with your call one more time? All right, let's try one more time there. My logger picked up Rudy, station with the name Rudy. Would you come back with your call, please?
Oh, I apologize. My mic was acting up. KD8AIR, Rudy, Cuyahoga Falls.
Well, that's a call I haven't heard in a long time. Good to hear you on the net there. We got you that time, KD8AIR. Good to hear you. All right, we got a nice little list of check-ins here. Do we have anybody else that wants to check into the Beacon Net? Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec, Foxtrot Charlie, KC3 QFC, FedEx Mike, Mobile.
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel, Quebec, Benjamin, KE8BHQ, Mobile.
W8WKY.
All right, I picked up a couple there. I got a KC3QFC, FedEx Mike in the mobile, and I have K8BHQ, Ben in the mobile. Mike will be right back to you. Just one question, is K there too? Does K want to get checked in?
Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Zulu X-Ray, KE2, BZX, K here. Yeah, I'll check in.
All right, KE2BZXK, we got you on the list. All right, that's 35 on the list here, so before we get too many more, let's go up here and let's get our trivia for the evening. Let's talk to our trivia master, K8QKO. How you doing?
KD8APC, K8QKO. Good evening, Dustin, and good evening, everyone on the net. All right, the trivia question tonight is, on what planet is a year shorter than a day? Your options: Alpha, Venus, Bravo, Pluto, Charlie, Jupiter, Delta, Mercury. I'll read that again. On what planet is a year shorter than a day? Your options are Alpha, Venus, Bravo, Pluto, Charlie, Jupiter, or Delta, Mercury. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin, K8QKO.
All right there. Thank you so much, Nick. We'll have to think about that one, but we'll get back to you on it. It's a good one, though. Next, we're going to go down here. Boy, this is going to take me a while to learn this one. W8HRF. Mr. Lucy, how you doing?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening to everybody on the net. Tonight's alternate trivia, man, it is going to be space-themed tonight. Nick and I did not coordinate this. Which of the following is not a phenomena which can take place during a solar eclipse? Again, which of the following is not a phenomena which can take place during a solar eclipse? A, shadow snakes. B, Bailey's beads. C, lunar polar shift. D, eclipse breeze. Your options again are A, shadow snakes, B, Bailey's beads, C, lunar polar shift, or D, eclipse breeze. I'll post this into the instant messaging window. W8HRF back to KD8EPC.
All right, W8HRF. Well, thanks so much there, Josh. We're going to think about that one, too. But we'll be looking forward to seeing it again there in the blue screen. All right, we've got a couple of mobiles here to take care of real quick. I think I'm going to go down here first and catch FedEx Mike on the road. KC3QFC, how you doing?
KD8EPC, KC3QFC, good evening, good evening. It's been a while. Been a little busy over the last couple of weeks there. And tonight's first night back out on the road. Well, I guess this is the first week back out on the road, coming back from a vacation time, spending time with the better half down there. Kind of an interesting night. Windy as all get out. And some places blizzard-like conditions. And it's kind of interesting to watch it come across, because it's a flip of a light switch. 1 minute you see the road, you see down the road, and the next minute everything is completely gone. So that's what we're dealing with tonight. Other than that, trivia. I remember reading about the planet's years, but I cannot for the life of me right now remember. So I reckon we'll go with double D for the answers tonight. So Delta and Delta. Just a shot in the dark. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hope everybody else is healthy, and it's good to be back on the airwaves, so to speak. With that, we'll send it back to net control from Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie.
All right there, Mike. Well, wonderful to hear you out there, and it has been a while since we've gotten the chance to catch up, so we'll have to try to do that real soon. I've got you down for double D there. We'll say 73 for now, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go talk to Ben, who is also mobile right under you. K8BHQ, good evening.
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing good. Just got off work, driving home. Tried not to freeze to death all day. You got a pretty big list, so I'll just get to it. For trivia, for the primary, I've got Delta, and secondary, I've got Charlie. That's about all I've got, Dustin, and I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Thanks for joining us, my friend. We got your answers down, and we'll say 73 to you. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see. I think I got one more mobile here. WV3K, good evening.
K8EPC, net control, WV3K. I just want to say it's good to hear you, Dustin, and it's good to hear everyone on there and friendly people that I've spoken to personally at different times. Anyway, the list is long, and I don't want to be bantering too much here, but anyway, I'm getting ready for a procedure tomorrow to get myself taken care of with the dermatologist, and so I need to get myself to bed and get some rest. But it's good to hear everyone out there, and I hope that everyone is doing well. And it's good to hear our friend Richard get back in there, and hope Susan's doing well also. And Ray, it was fun talking with you guys on the Border Breaker Net today as I was going out to the post office, and also to just Nick. So anyway, I'm going to bow out and graciously say thank you for getting a hold of me, that I was still going to hang in there this long. I really don't have any qualifying answers for the trivia. I would probably say Mercury or something like that, or the Pluto all the way at the other end of our solar system. But I really don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to. So anyway, this is a lot of fun listening to everyone talk, and I need to get some rest. So with that, 73s, and God bless to all, and I'm going to turn it back to Net Control. Dustin, thank you very much, and thank you again to Nick and Ray if he's out there listening as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clear. And Nick, thank you for the trivia and for working alongside with the entire Mickey Mouse Roll team there that Nick, just Nick works with. So this is WV3K. Good night, and 73 to all, and God bless. WV3K will be clear.
All right there, Phil. We'll get plenty of rest and get yourself taken care of. We certainly appreciate you sticking around as long as you did and joining us there. We'll say 73 to you, and Miss Robin have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, we're going to go back up here to the top now and talk to Bruce, KC3 MWK. Take it away.
Dustin, Net Control. Case 3MWK. Good evening, everybody on the net tonight. And I'm going to go with, for the main
W.
And secondary, I'm going to go with Delta. Back over to Net Control.
All right there, Bruce, would you come back one more time with your main answer? It got cut off there.
Main answer is going to be Alpha, and secondary is going to be Delta. Back over to Net Control.
All right, very good there, Brucey. I don't know what happened the first time. There was just a little hiccup, and we missed just the very first answer. We got the second one. We got you down for Alpha and Delta now, so thank you very much. We appreciate you. We'll say 73, have a great evening, and thanks as always for stopping by. ABNMO and Land of Snow and Maple Syrup. Andy, take it away.
KD80PC, this is ABHMO. All right. I'm trying to figure out why 015 keeps getting disconnected. It's been happening quite a bit over the last week, I guess. So, anyhow, I pulled it up on the dashboard. It says 48496 is node not in database. That's interesting. Let's see here. Let's see here. For trivium, I'll go for... Crap, I forgot what the trivias were. Let's see here. The alternate trivia Eclipse Breeze. Is that like, wow, that's super cool, man? Okay, I'll go with that one. So I'll go for D on the alternate, and what planet is shorter than a day? What planet is a year shorter than a day? Man, you're going to make my head spin there. I'm going to say Mercury. I'm going to say that thing just spins like crazy. Alrighty, well, I guess it's nice to know that we're not the only one getting disconnected here, Dustin. Thanks for sharing that on the view screen. Back to that, ABMO.
All right there, Andy, and that on the blue screen was about the blurb where we missed another answer there. Not about getting disconnected. My node's been, my node doesn't usually connect to this because I keep it connected on RF, so there you go. But great to hear you out there. We got you down for Delta, and Andy, what was your first answer? We missed your main trivia answer.
I'm going to say Mercury, whatever one that was. I don't really want to scroll up again, but, well, you're going to make me scroll up, so there. I'll scroll up. Mercury, Delta, and Delta. Double D. Hopefully you got it all this time. Back she comes, ABNMO.
All right, we got you down for a double D. We'll say 73 and have yourself a great evening. All right, now we're going to go talk to Ray, Mr. Ray, one of the wonderful net controllers from the Boredom Breaker Net. Wonderful job there today, Ray. How you doing?
Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf. No, that's not the one. I want this other one. Mr. Nick, KD8EPC. This is K5CFY. That's messing with you, Dustin. Great job there on the Boredom Breaker Net today. Everybody loves the Wednesday. So like to thank the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association for hooking us up for 2 hours on Wednesday, and it's great. But let's see here. Oh, first of all, I want to say condolences to John there for the loss of his grandfather there at 95. That's a long time. Anyway, my answers are going to be, guesses are going to be Delta. So back to you there, Sasquatch. Good to hear you. 73, my friend. Take care. K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We certainly do appreciate it. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can catch Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers over on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R every day at noon Central Time for the Boredom Breaker Net. They run 2 hours. They switch net controls at the top of the hour, and they welcome rechecks. So Ray will say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening, and give old Fred a scratch on the ears there. So we'll say 73 to Ray, and that brings me down to Eddie, W3ETV. Good evening.
Yeah, hi, Dustin. It was, I think, twice in one day again. Yeah, we do this all the time. Anyway, actually, you got a list, so I'm going to go ahead and give the answers. I hope they're the right answers. And I'm going to say D for the first one, for the main. And then I think that for the second one, there's two fine solar questions today, astronomy questions in a way. For the second one, for the alternate, well, it's a tough one. I'm going to go with B, out of anything. That's simply a guess, and it's probably wrong. But so D for the main and B for the second one. So anyway, turn it back to you there, Dustin, W3ETB, back to net.
All right there, Eddie. Always great to hear you twice in one day. We got you down for Delta and Bravo there, and we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening, and we look forward to catching up with you again real soon. We're going to go over to our fearless leader now, AA8CS. Gary, good evening.
Good evening, Dustin and company. Good to be here this evening, and I am just totally pumped about tomorrow morning's barometer net. And I just wanted to bring attention to all barometer net participants to join us tomorrow morning for a truly special occasion, our quadrennial. And thank you, Nick, for that word, because that wasn't part of the equation, quadrennial. But I'm going to assume that you are correct in your definition of that word. But our quadrennial, a leap year edition of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. All right, tomorrow morning as the sun rises at the ungodly hour 7 a.m., on February 29th, we invite you to be part of this rare gathering where we'll not only share weather updates and gas prices, but we'll also celebrate the uniqueness of this leap year day and edition of the Barometer Net. Bring your enthusiasm, bring your call signs and your stories, whether they're true or false, we don't care, as we come together to create memorial moments on the airwaves, whether you're a regular attendee or tuning in for the first time. You won't want to miss this extraordinary event. And, yeah, that's what I had to say tonight. Anyway, as far as the trivia, I'm going to go with D Mercury and C Lunar Polar Shift. That's my answer, DC, because direct current, right? Direct current, that's what I said. All right, this is AA8CS, back to net. Have a fabulous evening, everybody. 73, we'll see you tomorrow morning on the Barometer Net.
All right, AA8CS. Well, Gary, I might just have to leave my radio on and not be studying the inside of my eyelids tomorrow morning, but I won't make any promises because, 7 a.m. is just such an ungodly hour, and it's my day off, so being awake that early is just difficult. But we hope to hear you maybe there. We got you down Delta and Charlie, though, for now, and always a pleasure. We'll say 73, and that brings me down now to Tom, K8MNT. Take it away.
W8WKY.
KD8 EPC, KA8MNT. Good evening, Dustin, and everybody else that's here. Let's see here. Let's get the trivia out of the way. I'm gonna go with D and C as far as that goes. Yeah, D and C. So that'll be that. As far as anything else goes, I really don't have anything tonight. And since you've got a long list, I'm going to turn everything back to the super capable hands of KD8 EPC. 7-3's all.
All right there, Tom. We got you down for Delta and Charlie, and we certainly do appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with us this evening. So we'll say 73. Have a great night, and we look forward to catching you down the log real soon. Let's jump on over to Tulsa and talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing?
Oh, KD8 EPC, thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. To give you my trivia answer while I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to go B and B, so like big bouncy, well, I'll leave it at that. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it. Thanks for running that, and thanks for all you and all the other ones doing this net here and on the Boredom Breaker net. I'm sure it's surely appreciated by all. I'll get back to you and get you on down the list there. All right, have a good one, Dustin, and maybe might hear you tomorrow. All right, back to net control.
All right there, Kelly. Well, always a pleasure to hear you. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo for your trivia, and we do have quite the list tonight, so that's not bad at all. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we look forward to hearing you there down the log. All right, let's go down here and talk to John now. W2JLS, good evening.
Well, good evening on your ears, Dustin, to you and everyone on the Beacon Net tonight. I just had to reread the alt trivia question because I couldn't remember all the choices. And then, for the first trivia question, my answer is going to be Venus. For the alt trivia question, I'm going to select lunar polar shift. The rest of those I recognize and or sound plausible. But lunar polar shift I don't think probably has much to do with an eclipse. Hope everything's going great with you, sir. Good to be on the net, and again, good evening on your ears to you and all. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, John. Well, great to hear you out there, and anytime we got you on the other end is a good time. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie. We'll say 73 to you, my friend. Great to hear you out there, and hope to catch up to you again real soon. All right, let's go down and talk to Ed now. WB8GKV, take it away.
Let's see, WB8GKV is here. And I think the first thing I will get is what am I saying? The main trivia would be the closest planet. Oh, wait, let me think. I can't think right now. Mercury, yeah. And the other question is going to be, that's D. Mercury is D. The next one answer would be a C. The shift on that one. Get that thing over first. And then, Dustin, I've got a rental now for the car's away, and you'll wear sunglasses when you pull up. It's a little bright. It's a red. But I think you'll like it. It's a Jeep. Of course, I don't have it for only so long, but I kind of got a pretty nice, I kind of like it there. Yeah, you'll see it when you come. I won't get into that. It is a Jeep truck, sort of a truck. You know, it's got a bed in there, 4-door to boot, so I don't know. Anyway, with that, let's see here. I guess that's about it. We don't have anything really going on. I'm not sure which one you'll come, but Saturday is always a good day. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what else is there? Can't think of anything. It got a little colder today, but this is my first day of really driving it. Yesterday I drove it home. I was late, and I had to search to find the couple of things. You know, look over for the heater and to do this and do that. I had to kind of look at there. They got a huge screen on that thing. Anyway, we'll turn it back to net control. Good to say hello to everybody on the net. WB8GKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, we got you down for Delta and Charlie this evening, and good job on the rental there, and we'll look forward to seeing you either Friday or Saturday. I don't know yet, but probably Saturday. We'll say 73, and that brings you down to K8AMX. Dick, good evening.
Well, hello everybody, and I'm in the middle of Gutfeld here. So I'm going to sit here watching him and dreaming about direct current. So that takes care of me totally, I guess. This is Kilowatt 8, American Motors, experimental.
All right there, Dick. Well, great to hear you out there this evening. We got you on for Delta and Charlie. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks for sticking around with us. We're going to say 73 to Dick, and that brings me over to Brad. KA0KDW in Missouri. What's going on, Brad?
Good evening. And we still got a little buzz, but it's not as bad as what it was. I got the repeater phone connected up right now. Before I go with any comments or answers, can I get a repeat of the second question? Everything went all pixelated for me during the alternate question.
I think we can probably do that for you. WA8HRF, Mr. Lucy, take it away.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, which of the following is not a phenomena which can take place during a solar eclipse? Which of the following is not a phenomena which can take place during a solar eclipse? Alpha, shadow snakes. Bravo, Bailey's beads. Charlie, lunar polar shift. Delta, eclipse breeze. Repeat those options again. A, shadow snakes. B, Bailey's beads. C, lunar polar shift. D, eclipse beads. W8HRF, back to KD8EPC.
All right, thank you very much there, Josh. Certainly do appreciate it. Let's go back over to Brad now. KE0KDW, take it away.
Alrighty, my answers. I'm going to go with D on the alternate. And I don't remember what letter Pluto is, but just because I like Pluto, we're going to go with it on the first one. And as promised, during my very buzzy pre-check, I did some POTA over the weekend. First POTA activation, did 2 parts, 13 at the first and 10 at the second. Tried for a third part, however, only made 2 contacts and the battery died. So, not a successful activation in the eyes of POTA. But hey, I made 2 contacts with a dead battery, so that's better than nothing. In fact, I had to make my transmissions and acknowledgments very short and choppy to get in between the battery dying. So it worked out. I look forward to hopefully doing that again very soon. I absolutely enjoyed getting out and doing that. So, and who knows, maybe Nick or you, Dustin, or somebody else up in Ohio, when I'm lucky enough to get out and do some of these activations, will hunt me down. You never know. Alrighty, we'll catch you guys later, and hope everyone has a good evening. This is KA0KDW in Southwest Missouri, where we went to E3 yesterday to 41 today. KA0KDW.
All right there, Brad. We got you down for Bravo and Delta, and glad you had fun there with POTA, and sorry the battery died. That's always a bummer. That's why you got to take more batteries than you think you'll ever need. We'll say 73 to you, and that brings me down and over to Miss Jeannie now. KC3QND, good evening. Take it away.
Good evening, Dustin. This is KC3QND, Jeannie. Hello, everybody on the net. You sound good. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Haven't been on the net for a while. The trivia questions, I'm going to go with Venus A on the one. Guess she used to be a god or a princess or something in this. Set an example of some sort. And then I'm going to go with C on the second question. So that makes it AC. So if Gary can have DC, I can have AC. He can go direct. I'll go the alternate route. So that's about it. It's really warm today, and then it got cold. It was like if you went anywhere, it was summer. When you came home, it was winter. So they just skipped fall, spring, everything in between. It was just summer and winter. So back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Miss Jeannie. Well, it's great to hear you out there tonight. And, yeah, you know, I didn't do much today, but it was definitely cold the couple times I went out. But it was nice this morning, which is go figure. So there you go. We'll say 73 watts down for Alpha and Charlie. Make sure you give Mr. Wilson a scratch on the ears and tell Pete you said hello. We'll say 73, and that brings me over to Keith now. K8TQR, how you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8TQR. Good evening, Dustin, and to everyone else here in the group on the Beacon Net. Good to hear everybody tonight. Let me get the trivia questions out of the way first, because I always tend to forget them. For the main trivia question, I'm going to go with B Bravo, and for the alternate, I'm going to go for C Charlie. I had a pretty good day here. Right at the moment, though, I am listening to two different radios. I got two nets going. I'm over on HF as well. Now that I have HF capabilities, thank you very much, I've got 80 meters on right at the moment. I'm listening to the Freedom Net at 3 Mark 982, and they have a very different conversation going on their net, but I'm enjoying it, so I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, just wanted to jump in here and say hi to all. Hope everyone had a great day. I know the weather hasn't been too good today, probably not going to be great tomorrow, but I looked a little bit toward the weekend and a couple days next week, and it looks like it's going to be excellent to get outside. So if you have the time, get out and enjoy the sunshine and the warm breezes. With that, I'll just get on out of here and hope everyone has a great evening, great rest of the week, and just takes care out there. So this is KE8TQR sending it back to Net Control, and you, Dustin, fine job. And just saying 73 to all, and God bless.
All right there, Keith. Well, we'll say 73 to you. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie this evening. It's wonderful to hear you, my friend. So you enjoy your evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go over to Northern Mark, KC8 Fox Queen Victor. Take it away.
All right, K7Q, yep, I stopped over at the Cars Group on the 146.82 machine over in Cleveland. They had trivia. And I did get that one right, I think. No, I didn't get it right. It was D. It was something about the seals. It was something that they said. What someone made a slogan at once or something. I can't recall. But I did that. I stopped over at Wooster Group. We had a good group over there in Wayne County, and I some here. Oh, I missed that one too. It was a Puget Sound. I missed that Zoom session, but I'm sure they're done. But I didn't hear the first one. I heard the second one. That's why I said C on the second one. I was looking through the blue screen. I didn't see it in there yet. Maybe I just didn't find it. I don't know. But on the first one, I didn't know what it was exactly, so I'll just wait for it to get repeated, and then I'll come back maybe. So KCFQB, but good group going here.
All right there, Mark. Thanks for joining us. And indeed, bingo. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go over to KK7QOY. Dean, good evening. How are you? All right, let's try that again. KK7QOY. Dean, are you there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go try Thomas. He may be in and out too, though. K8OWX, are you there? All right, we're going to call him in and out too. Tom was in and out, K5NCP. That brings me down to Rudy, KD8AIR in Cuyahoga Falls. Are you still with us?
Yes, hello, Dustin, everybody on the band. It's been a while. It's good to hear everybody. I will. My answers will be Bravo and Bravo. My station's been down a while, but it's good to be back up and hearing everybody out there. It's nice to hear everybody's voices. I'm also listening to the 40-meter band there on their check-ins. And yeah, different talkabouts there. KD8 AIR, back to you, Dustin.
All right, well, good to have you back up and on the air. It's been a while, and we missed hearing you out there, so we got you down for Bravo and Bravo. We'll say enjoy HF 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go over and talk to K now, KE2BZX. Good evening.
KE2BZX. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day and whatnot. I'm just relaxing after cleaning up the house a little bit. Still putting my kitchen together, and the living room is almost done. Me and the better half just gotta get our surround sound system up over the weekend, and then it should be all set. But I don't know what else to say. As for trivia, I'm gonna guess Venus and C for the alternate question. With that, good night, everybody. Have a good night, and back to net control. KE2BZX.
All right there, Kay. Well, thanks so much for sticking around and joining us tonight. We certainly do appreciate it. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie, so we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's jump on over to Nickelodeon now. KF5ADE. How you doing?
Good evening, y'all. And it's nice to be able to join the net this evening. And finally got the RV turned in for maintenance for the hot water heater. So we'll see how long that takes to repair that. It had a massive gash in the one of the coils, or on the heating coils, so it would leak like a sieve. And we hope we've got the door fixed, but I didn't get the gas tube put back into place before I got it turned in today. So we'll have to wait till they get done with that thing, get done with it, their side of it, before I find out if we've got the things really fixed. And we've still got some curtain issues, but as we can do, we'll take care of a little bit of time. But with that, it's been about the size of it. Let's go ahead and move to trivia. I'm going to go ahead and go with the primary one as D, as in Mercury, and I like B as in Bravo for the alternate one. Sounds like some great astronomy questions that are there, and I'll be honest, I'm putting my first guess out. You know what they say, go with your intuition of your first guess. So that's what's going on tonight. With that, I guess I'll turn it back over to net control and let them catch Sandy. KF5 AD, we'll be clear on yours.
All right, KF5 ADE. Well, Nickelodeon, I hope that things get fixed there with the RV. That sounds like that was no fun with the leaks and whatnot. But we got you down for Delta and Bravo, so we'll say 73. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you there down the log. Now we're going to go over to Miss Sandy, KG5 SYC. Good evening.
SYC, and hello, Dustin and Nick and Andy and and Josh and all the other net controllers out there. Yeah, we've had a good day, relaxing day for me. Haven't done a whole lot, but the beginning of the day, taking the RV, being a 2-foot Class B, and the wind was at about 30, 40 miles an hour. I can relate to those truckers going down the road and get whiplashed going back and forth with those wind gusts. Of course, it doesn't faze them because they're used to it. Me, I don't drive it in the wind that often, so I felt every little bit of the jolting. And when those 18-wheelers come alongside of me, it definitely blows me even more. So, but we managed to get the RV up for the maintenance, as Nick said, and so we'll just wait and see how insurance is going to handle it. I'm hoping that they take care of the majority of it, and I don't have to. But nonetheless, got a busy rest of the week with appointments going here and there. So, and then more appointments next week to come. So, with Nickelodeon's appointments, they're starting to fill the calendar. This is KG5SYC. Back to you. Oh, maybe I should say trivia. Well, my main one, I'm going to go with B, and my alternate, I'm going to go with C. Now you don't have to ask me because I remembered. This is KG5SYC. Back to net control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. I thought you were going to slip up, and I was going to have to ask you your trivia answers, but you remember there. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Boy, I hope your RV gets fixed, and I hope all those appointments and stuff go well also, and everything is good there for y'all. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
WN8 SCI, and I'll go ahead and be in and out.
Here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie in Asheville County. We'll also be in and out tonight.
Kilo Charlie 8 Hotel Delta Papa KC8 HDP, Jerry in Shreve, Ohio.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. We got WN8SCI, Walter in and out. Walter, good to hear you. We'll have to catch up a little later. We have W8DEC, Matt was also in and out. Good to hear you. And then we picked up KC8HDP, Jerry. Let's go talk to Jerry. Good evening. How you doing? KC8HDP, take it away.
Well, good evening, Dustin and Nick and Mike and everybody on the Beacon Net crew. Well, you guys do a great job. Great net this evening, as always. Really haven't been up to a whole lot. Well, especially not radio-wise. The Wayne Amateur Radio Club net went till 10 o'clock, so got in a little bit late, but I've been listening, and great to hear everyone. I put Linux on a computer. I've been working with that and enjoying that. And just wanted to stop by and say hello to everyone. So don't really have anything else. So I'll send my trivia answers. I'll go with Alpha and Delta for the Delta for the alternate trivia question, Alpha for the original one. Don't have anything else, so I'll send it back to you, Dustin. KD8EPC in the net from KC8HDP 73.
All right there, Jerry. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We got you down for Alpha and Delta there, and boy, I tell you what, I always forget about the Worcester Club net right before this net, so I'm going to have to start trying to make an effort to check in and say hello, at least be in and out. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you there down the log. Jerry was the bottom of the list there, so we'll take some more check-ins now. Station's waiting to check into the Beacon net. Please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, Neil and Brewster.
All right, I'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one, too. WAD8LLA. Neil, sounded much better than earlier. How you doing?
Good evening, Dustin, everyone on the net. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Still sitting in my chair on the radio. My wife keeps giving me heck for falling asleep in my chair and then falling out on my head. But that don't seem to do much damage. Anyhow, I didn't hear the questions real good, but I'm gonna go with C on the second one. I think that's correct. But I just wanted to check in and say hi. Yeah, I think I was on low power this afternoon, Dustin. That's what was going on. So that's about all I got here in Metropolitan Brewster. Thanks for running the nets like you guys do. It's unbelievable to me. WD8LLA 73, everybody be safe out there. Back to net control.
All right there, Neil. Well, glad you got it figured out and glad to have you with us tonight. Always a pleasure, my friend. So we'll say 73, and I've just got to know, when you fall out of the chair, does that hurt the floor when your head hits it?
It don't seem to. We have hardwood floors, too. But there is one that looks a little bit farther down than the rest of them. I had the same problem at the lake. People keep telling me it's probably tequila's possibility of doing that, but I take medicine for vertigo. I had to sell my motorcycles, but I'm not real sure what's going on, Dustin. 783, back to net control.
All right there, Neil. Well, 73T, I just had to give you a little bit of a hard time there, my friend. We'll say 73. We look forward to catching you there again real soon. All right, let's jump on over to Tulsa and talk to another good friend of mine, KC5, Real Big Guns. Shannon, take it away.
W8WKY. KC5RBG, I didn't know I was checked in. I wasn't even close to a radio. You should have seen me light and walk over there. KC5RBG. Well, it's been a good day today. Ended up going and having lunch with Rimmel. And at the same time, I went and helped my ex today. And in fact, after I helped her, I just went ahead and took her to have lunch with Rimmel and his wife. So that was a nice little lunch. And then got home, and I've been playing on my computer, trying to get stuff to play with on the Pi. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Hope everyone's having a good day out there. Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless in 73. Back to net control.
Break, QSC.
All right, QFC, go.
KC3QFC, real quick, Shannon or somebody on the other side, could I get my link severed? I cannot reach her to phone. I got a situation going on. KC3QFC.
Alrighty, I can sever it. KC5RBG.
All right there, Mike. Hope everything is well. And Shannon, thanks for severing the link there. Bingo. All right, Shannon, there is the bottom of the list. We'll say 73 all the way around, and we got you down for the great state of Oklahoma. And Boy, glad you got to have lunch there with Remmel and his wife. So we'll say 73. That brings me to the bottom of the list again. This is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet. We're looking for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go up here and let's talk to the team. Let's start with, oh boy, you know what? Let's go talk to Miss Lucy, K8YUK. Good evening.
Oh my goodness, I need to get better at hurdles. This is K8YUK. Good to hear you, Dustin and the net. What in the world did I do today? Stayed home for a bit, and then I finally got some baby gates because Betty is confident in going upstairs, but going downstairs she is too confident, and usually head first confident. So we don't want her to do that. So until she gets a little better at that, we're trying to block off the bottoms of the stairs. The tops, well, no, it's the middle floor has convenient doors preventing her from going one way on a staircase, not the other way on a staircase. So I picked up some fabric baby gates, which I did not know they made, but it's convenient for being able to wrap around weird moldings and stairway handles and just all the stuff that we have to work around with this old house, rather than the usual just door frame. So hopefully those will serve our purposes, and she won't figure them out anytime soon. And there was a Save-A-Lot cited. I found ground beef on sale for $2 a pound, and I am delighted. So we're going to be pretty ground beef heavy in this house for a bit, but I don't mind. For that kind of price, please. So that's kind of my big news. I had a new kid at youth group, and he's amazing. So excited to have him on board. Very smart kid. He understood what I needed from him in an Uno game I was trying to wrap up, and he only had one card, so I put down a wild, and he snuck me what color his card was, so I was able to mysteriously pick his color, and he was able to finish the game as a winner, and we were able to wrap up the whole youth group, which was amazing. Very grateful for all that, and very grateful for you guys. Thank you for the experience last week of being in the Big Terror. It was terrifying, but not that bad, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm very grateful for all the check-ins we got, and hope sometime down the line I'll get to do it, but not today. I want to go to bed. This is KE8YUK. I'm going to pass it back to Dustin with a good night and God bless everybody.
All right there, Lucy. Well, glad you had a wonderful time there with the youth group and all. And you guys did awesome on the pre-show and the big show. You have nothing to worry about at all. You did great, and we certainly enjoyed it. And you guys will have another one coming up towards the end of March, because I'm going to be out of town, and then another one towards the end of April. So there you go. We'll say 73 for now, and we're going to go down and talk to Eric now. KE8VZA, take it away.
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. Hello, everyone. Hi, Dustin. Hope everybody's doing well. You're sounding good tonight, Dustin. Let's see. Trivia. Main trivia. I'm going to go with Mercury. So that would be Delta. I think it spins around the sun faster than it spins on its axis, right? Time-wise, I think that's where my thought process is going. It is late at night, and it's very difficult to do math after 5 p.m. Anyway, alternate trivia requires a little less math, so I'm going to go with Charlie, Lunar Polar Shift. Charlie, so Delta and Charlie. Another DC answer. Okay, what else? Not a lot going on here. Work's been pretty intense this week. Not a bad thing, just a lot of stuff going on. Made it to the rec center yesterday, did some weight machine workouts, working out. That was good. Felt it this morning, but it's all part of the process, right? Food net tonight was a good time. What else? That's about it. So with that, everybody have a good rest of the week, and thanks, Dustin, for taking the helm there, and just on the pre-show, and everyone else on the team. This is KE8 VZA back to net control.
All right there, Eric. Well, thanks so much for being here. We certainly do appreciate you. We got you down for Delta and Charlie this evening. We're going to say 73 to you for now. And now we're going to go talk to Just Nick, KD8 SLG, behind the curtain. How you doing?
KD8 EPC, this is KD8 SLG, looking for the foot pedal. Good evening, Dustin and all of the Beacon netizens. Let's get trivia out of the way. I'm going to follow most of the pack there and go with Delta and Charlie. I've been kind of doing some reading up on the upcoming eclipse, and I definitely recognized the Bailey's beads thing, so I discounted that one right away. But C's the only one I don't remember reading, so there's my justification there. Not a whole lot. A good Wednesday. We had a great border breaker net tomorrow, or this afternoon, and it sounds like Gary's really excited about the quadrennial barometer net tomorrow. So everybody should get up at the ungodly hour and get in there and say hi. That's all I got. It's KD8 SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. I'm also going to go with Delta and Charlie. And before we go up here and get our main trivia answer, I'm going to go down here to W8HRF. Real quick, Josh, just give me your main trivia answer.
What's Pluto, W8HRF?
All right, thank you very much there, Josh. We got you down. Let's go talk to Nick at Night, KE8QKO. Give us your comments, let it drop, and go ahead and read us the trivia answer.
W8WKY.
KD8 EPC on the net, KE8QKO. All right, Dustin. Yeah, okay. It's been a hectic week for me a little bit this week. My workout buddy on Monday got sick. He texted me in the morning, and I rolled over and I was going to get ready, and I saw his text, and I thought, you know what? I'm going back to sleep. So I did that, figuring I'd go out at lunch on Monday. I didn't go out at lunch on Monday or Tuesday. And then this morning, I overslept. So I missed my morning workout this morning, so that was on Monday and a Wednesday that I missed, and I felt sad for myself. So I went out at lunch, and I worked out. And then my son had swim lessons today at the JCC, so I took him there, and then I went into the fitness center, and I did my Monday workout tonight, so I've done 2 in one day, and I'm sore and tired, but I can't stop and quit, or I'll keep being fat. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of how my week went. Oh, I had a cat that apparently decided to throw up on the floor at the foot of the bed last night about 12:30, so my wife elbowed me, and I ended up getting up then, clean up cat puke off the floor, and then drop the flashlight on my foot. And yeah, that's kind of how my week's been. It's been fun. Hopefully the rest of the week goes a little bit smoother. But yeah, that's it for me there. Oh, and my alternate trivia answer, I don't know. I'm going to go with the crowd and go with Charlie. I have no idea, zero whatsoever. I don't even have a good guess. All right, I'm going to break for time and then read the answer for the primary question. All right. On what planet is a year shorter than a day? On what planet is a year shorter than a day? That means that the planet rotates around the sun faster than it rotates on its own axis. And the answer is Alpha, Venus. Venus has a longer rotation period, 243 Earth days, than any planet in the solar system. It orbits the sun every 224.65 Earth days. So one Venus day is nearly 20 Earth days longer than its year. All right, with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. This is K8QKO.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. And boy, it sounds like you've had a week and you've had a day, so hopefully things get better for you there real soon. We'll say 73 to you for now, and you have yourself a great evening. Let's go down to W8HRF, Mr. Lucy. and get our alternate trivia answer. Go ahead.
KD8 EPC W8 HRF. All right. I'm going to give, if it's okay, I'm going to give my comments real quick, and then I'll do trivia. To very quickly answer Nick QKO's question about the call sign, I know some people have heard the story. I'll give the abbreviated version. My grandfather's brother was stationed in Hawaii after World War II, so sometime in the 50s. My grandfather's uncle was a ham, and it might have been through the Mars service or through just normal ham radio operations, but he hooked up and was able to talk with a ham in Hawaii, and so my grandfather was able to talk to his brother while he was stationed over there in Hawaii sometime during the 50s, and so that was the first story about ham radio I ever heard growing up. So that was one of the inspirations throughout the years to get my license, which was cool. There were a couple other pushes, but that was one of them. And what was the other thing I was going to say about that? Oh, we didn't know the call sign of, I guess he's my great-grand-uncle. But Lucy figured it out a couple of weeks ago by looking in an old call sign book from the 50s, and so I thank her for that. So apparently it hasn't been issued since sometime in the 60s, so that was cool. Anyways, I'm going to let it drop and give the trivia answer. W8HRF returning. All right, which one of the following is not a phenomena? Sorry, the Muppets. Which can take place during a solar eclipse. Was it A, shadow snakes, B, Bailey's beads, C, lunar polar shift, or D, eclipse breeze? The answer is Charlie. Lunar polar shift. That's not a thing. I made that up. Well, maybe it is a thing, but I made it up. It has nothing to do with the eclipse. Shadow snakes, or shadow bands, are very thin, wavy lines of alternating light and dark that can be seen moving and undulating in parallel on a plain-colored surface right before and right after a total solar eclipse, like we're going to have here on, I think it's April 8th. They are caused by the refraction of the Earth's atmospheric turbulence, the turbulence in the atmosphere, of the solar crescent as it thins to a narrow slit just a minute before and after totality. Bailey's beads are really cool. The effect looks like beads of sunlight shining along the edge of the moon's silhouette right before and right after totality as well. The effect occurs when gaps in the moon's rugged terrain allow sunlight to pass through some places just before the total phase of the eclipse. And then lastly, an eclipse breeze, if you actually are at a calm observing location and there's some hills or mountains in the distance but relatively close, you might experience an eclipse breeze. So the way that it works is the mountains or the hills have to be in the direction which the moon shadow is approaching you. And what happens is the ground up there will cool before the ground at your observing site, and so the air up at the mountain in the mountains will kind of just start to sink down into the valley, and it causes this eclipse breeze. So the reason I made this question was to say, if you don't have a plan yet to see the eclipse, or a plan for if it's cloudy to get to a place where you can see it, do it. It's worth it. I saw the one in 2017. It's fantastic. Don't miss it. But be safe, of course. So, anyways, this is W8HRF. Sending it back to KD8 EPC 73, everyone. Phenomena. Do. KD8 SLG.
All right. Thank you, Josh, and thank you, Nick. This is KD8 EPC. With the beacon, then, we've gone through our list. We've done our trivia. Let's see here. We're at the bottom of the list, and we're looking for more check-ins. Any other check-ins for the beacon, then? Please call now.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, Robert.
All right, we'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one. VK2DY, Robert and Sydney, how are you?
Yes, good afternoon. I missed the trivia questions. Could you read them for me, please?
read our trivia answers, but I'd be happy to have him read them one more time for you, just because they were pretty cool. Let's see, K8QKO, would you please reread your trivia, please?
KDDPC, K8QKO, happy to, Dustin, happy to. All right, the trivia question tonight was, on what planet is a year shorter than a day? The options are Alpha, Venus, Bravo, Pluto, Charlie, Jupiter, or Delta, Mercury. Pass it back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks there, Nick. And Josh, would you reread your alternate for us?
All right, the alternate trivia was, which of the following is not a phenomena which can take place during a solar eclipse? A, shadow snakes, B, Bailey's beads, C, lunar polar shift, or D, an eclipse breeze. W8HRF, back to KD8EPC phenomena.
All right, thank you very much there, Josh. We're going to go back down to Robert now. VK2DY, take it away.
VK2DY, okay. Well, I guess you've given the answers. I didn't hear them, but I think Venus is the answer for the first one, and I think Charlie is the answer for the second one. But, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll go with those. Anyway, end of summer today. We use the meteorological calendar to keep track of seasons here in Australia. I think a number of other countries do, like Denmark. But so it is the last day of summer, and it's going out with a bang. It is just slightly over 40 degrees Celsius at the moment, which is 304 Fahrenheit, something like that. So, yeah, it's going out with a bang. It's probably the warmest day of the summer. And it blew the other record out of the water. The old record was 32 Celsius, about 89 Fahrenheit. So it completely blew the record for the 29th out of the water. Anyway, other than that, not a whole lot else to share here. I'm just running errands, and that's why I was late to the net. I've been out running a lot of errands here in the heat. So I want to get home and have a cold one and just relax. Thank you again for taking my check-in, VK2DY. Oh, by the way, we don't have an eclipse here, obviously, but the next eclipse is in 2028 here, and my house is right under the path of totality. So hopefully we'll see that one in 2028. Anyway, thank you again for taking my check-in. VK2DY, back.
All right there, Robert. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and joining us. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie there. So we're going to say 73 to you. And Robert was the bottom of the list. And we're going to make one more call here for check-ins for the Beacon Net. So anybody else that wants to be a last-minute check-in, please call now.
Kilo. Greg.
All right, there was somebody trying to check in. All I got was maybe a Kilo and a Quebec. You want to try that again?
So golf, Greg.
All right, Station, you're going to have to key for a couple of seconds and try that again. I only caught the very end of your transmission.
Kilo Charlie 3 Sierra Echo Golf, Greg.
Well, boy, there's a voice I haven't heard in a very long time. KC3SEG. Greg, how are you doing, and how is Teddy? How are things?
Dustin, we're doing good. Thanks for asking. We do a lot of POTA. I probably do POTA 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Just got back on a POTA trip. Went down to Florida back in October and really into POTA. It's good hearing you, Dustin. Really good hearing you, and I'll be checking in with you more often now, Roger.
Well, we're so glad to hear you, Greg. I hadn't heard you for a long time. I was worried about you, so glad to hear you in there tonight. And yeah, I knew you were doing a lot of POTA. That's awesome. We'll have to try to work each other this year. Camping season's just around the corner, and my campgrounds is a state park, so it's a POTA listed spot. So there you go. So great to hear you, my friend. Did you have anything else for the net tonight?
No, not really, Dustin. It's good hearing you as well. I want to check into the Border Breaker net, too, see how they're all doing. And it's been, I kind of miss you guys. So I want to start checking back in with you more often. So, yeah, Teddy's doing well. He'll be 4. He'll be 4 in May. And he's doing real good. So, Dustin, you take care, and I'll be in touch with you. This is KC3SEG, back over to net. Have a good evening.
All right there, Greg, KC3SEG. We'll say 73 to you, my friend. So great to hear you, and don't be a stranger. You know where you can find us at. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Greg was the bottom of the list there, so we're looking for, well, we're going to make one more call here. Any other check-ins for the Beacon Net? This is the last call. This is KD8EPC. Please call now.
APN above recheck.
Go, Andy.
Getting short with me there, huh? I couldn't resist. I got to say hi to Greg. I know, it was kind of twisted his arm when I think we worked each other on 40 meters. You were doing a POTA activation, and I was just scanning around, and I heard you, and we worked each other, and I had mentioned that we missed you here on the Beacon Net. So it's great to hear Greg, and hopefully we'll be here for a little more. And all I got to say is, this is ABNMO, back to that.
All right there, Andy. Yeah, it's good to hear Greg for sure. I was wondering about him, so we're happy to hear him tonight, and hope to hear him more often. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. This is the final call. Final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 9 Zulu Golf Zulu. Kilo Delta 9 Zulu Golf Zulu.
November 5, America, Quebec, Mexico, N5AQM.
All right, we picked up a couple that time. We have KD9ZGZ, looks like Joel over in Wisconsin, and then we have N5AQM, Mike over in, I think, Chandler. All right, let's start here at the top. KD9ZGZ, take it away.
Put me down to the check-in. IO.
All right there, Joel. We only got a couple of words of what you said there, but good to hear you on the net. Do you have anything else for us?
Put me to check in. I'll be IO.
All right, we got you in and out there. Thanks for stopping by. You're number 45 tonight. All right, N58QM, Mike over in Arizona. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing good, and good evening, everybody on the net. From N58QM, Mike here in Chandler, Arizona, where it's about 60 degrees out right now, and we had a little bit of a dust blow late this afternoon. It was kind of weird, kind of came out of nowhere, but that happens out here in the desert. And the high today was about 75 or so, wasn't too bad. And I've been playing with my new e-bike that I got last week, having a lot of fun with that. In fact, I'm using it to haul my butt to the park with my USDX handheld transceiver, and been making contacts. Has a handy talkie, making contacts on 10 and 20. It's been a lot of fun. So that's what I got. Back to net, N58QM.
All right there, Mike. Well, I got to tell you, I really enjoy those e-bikes. I've got one that my buddy permanently loaned me for now, so I've been enjoying that and riding it as much as I can, too. They're real fun. So great to have you with us. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll say 73 to you. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. That was the last call for check-in. So this is KD80PC. I'm going to pause for time.
W8WKY.
And that was a word from our sponsors. All right. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8SLG, KE8QKO, KE8QWE, W8HRF, KE8YUK, and KE8VZA, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8PC. I'm returning the repeater to normally amateur use at this time. It will be clear. 73, y'all.
KD8, UPC, KD9ZGZ. I got a question if you got a few minutes.
KD9ZGZ, this is KD8PC. Give me 2 seconds. I got to run across the room here and grab a bottle of water, but I'll be right back with you.
You're supposed to say 1, 2, time's up, KE8OPY.
All right, KD8EPC returning, KE8OPY. Good to hear you, Dave. And KD9ZGZ, Joel, go ahead. What do you got for me?
I have a technical question. Just got a, well, I don't know how to have somebody working on it. Well, we're looking for a cord for Yaesu FTM 350 for the faceplate and the programming booklet, if you know anybody has one.
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody that has one. I'm more of an ICOM guy myself. Boy, you know, I know a Yaesu guy that might be able to tell you where to get one. KD8SLG, are you still out there?
SLG. I just Google boxed FTM 350 manual, and there seems to be a bunch of them out there. You can actually go to the Yaesu website, and there's a PDF of the FTM 350s, KD8 SLG.
W8HRF comment.
Go ahead there, Josh. You take it away. I've got to step away here, KD8EPC.
All right, 7-3 Dustin. I was just going to say, for some of those radios, you can use either phone line or Ethernet cable. It looks like, from what I'm seeing in the online, it looks like it's just regular old phone line. You could either do that, or I'm sure you could pick it up online. There's some used ones I'm finding online. So, wasn't sure what the call sign of the station asking was, but that's what I do for my mobile radios for the disconnected head. Anyways, W8HRF, I'll say 7-3.
WHRF. Call sign here is Kilo Delta 9 Zulu Golf Zulu. Because I have a radio club trying to fit me a cord together, because the faceplate didn't have it has a detachable faceplate, but it didn't have the cord, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, hopefully that helps you there. But yeah, my radios, I use just plain old Ethernet cable or phone line. So hopefully that helps you out there. And I'll got your call sign there, KD9ZGZ. All right, I'm gonna head off here and head off to bed. Nice to make the contact. Oh man, W8HRF. I'll be clear with KD9ZGZ 7-3.
Thank you, 73s.
KD2QQP, just checking in, saying hello, dropping in, saying hello. KD2QQP in USA, New York, saying hello.
W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY. W8WKY.
Hi, this is Scott, Kilo Sierra 6, Delta Alpha Yankee, and in my last video, I reviewed the Baofeng UV17R, and I was very impressed with the radio overall. It represents an interesting departure in normal operating procedures for Baofeng, and that they're getting into better build quality, more features, higher channel count, all the way across the board. It's such a much better radio than a UV5R that I can't imagine anyone would want to buy a UV5R after holding one of these radios and messing around with it. For what the difference in price being just a couple of dollars, this is better than a UV5R all the way across the board. But I also knew about the existence of the UV17 Pro, and so do a lot of other people, because it came up in the comments section, and I mentioned it in the video that I did for the 17R, that as much as I like this, I wanted to see the UV17 Pro, because it does a few other things that this doesn't do, but yet shares a lot of the good features of this radio. So I got one, and here we have a UV17 Pro GPS. Now, the difference in acquisition price and all that, let's break that down, because that's going to be the first stumbling block on this. It's not a bad one, but there's some things you need to know. So currently, the UV17R is marketed by Baofeng through their usual distribution channel of Amazon, but they don't market the UV17 Pro, as I mentioned, because issues. Now, the UV17 Pro, if you want to get one of these, it's going to be a little bit more. When I say a little bit more, it's not that much more for what you get. So whereas this is going to be about $28 to $29, this is $38.95. Now, if you buy the 17R through Amazon, you might have Prime, so you might get it for, state tax but no shipping. So you still reviewed the Baofeng UV17R, and I was very impressed with the radio overall. It represents an interesting departure in normal operating procedures for Baofeng, and that they're getting into better build quality, more features, higher channel count, all the way across the board. It's such a much better radio than a UV5R that I can't imagine anyone would want to buy a UV5R after holding one of these radios and messing around with it. For what the difference in price being just a couple of dollars, this is better than a UV5R all the way across the board. But I also knew about the existence of the UV17 Pro, and so do a lot of other people, because it came up in the comments section, and I mentioned it in the video that I did for the 17R, that as much as I like this, I wanted to see the UV17 Pro, because it does a few other things that this doesn't do, but yet shares a lot of the good features of this radio. So I got one, and here we have a UV17 Pro GPS. Now, the difference in acquisition price and all that, let's break that down, because that's going to be the first stumbling block on this. It's not a bad one, but there's some things you need to know. So currently, the UV17R is marketed by Baofeng through their usual distribution channel of Amazon, but they don't market the UV17 Pro, as I mentioned, because issues. Now, the UV17 Pro, if you want to get one of these, it's going to be a little bit more. When I say a little bit more, it's not that much more for what you get. So whereas this is going to be about $28 to $29, this is $38.95. Now, if you buy the 17R through Amazon, you might have Prime, so you might get it for, state tax but no shipping. So you're still going to be in the neighborhood of about $30 on this one. But with this radio, you're going to have to pay shipping, because it's going to have to come imported. There's only 3 places I can think of where you can get this. You can get it from eBay, you can get it from Alibaba, or you can get it from AliExpress, which I think are the same thing. We got this from, I think it was AliExpress. So it was $38.95. The shipping wasn't that bad. I think the shipping was $13. I know altogether it came out right at about $50 to get the radio delivered to our door. So we're talking, a $20, $22 difference between the radios. But I'm going to contend that this radio possesses so many more features and upgrades over the 17R, and is better in so many fundamental ways that it
Some of us need to clear our throat constantly, not just for days, but for months and years, and it seems that there is no explanation and treatment for this problem. So, do you or one of your loved ones have the same problem? Hello and welcome to our channel. This is Dr. Fatima, and today we're going to talk about constant mucus at the back of throat and offer some ways to treat it. So, if you're interested, please stay tuned. The first disorder that can cause constant mucus is called GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disorder, which is basically a condition where you have severe acid reflux. It's because the valve on the top of your stomach doesn't close, so the acid kind of comes up through your esophagus and your throat, and it can lead to irritation, inflammation, and mucus. So, how do you know if you have GERD? Well, there are a couple of symptoms that you might notice if you have GERD. For example, belching, excess of saliva, sensation of food stuck in your throat, hoarseness, sore throat, or even a sour taste in your mouth. So, if you have some of these symptoms and you also struggle with constant mucus, you might want to use